Hello, mortals. Just a quick disclaimer before we begin. This is a vampire game, and as such, we'll be dealing with topics like drugs, alcohol, mental issues, violence, death, and of course, blood. The intro and outro song is Voxel Revolution, and the secondary intro song is Gotham Malicious, both by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attrition 4.0 license. Also, this is our first time ever recording anything, and we had some audio issues, so it's a little rough, but we did the best we could. Hopefully, it gets better in the future. And enjoy the show. All right. So let's see here. Where's my... Oh, I guess if this ever gets released. Hello, Internet World. This is
Hi, Internet World.
Hi!
Integrated Dice Management. I'm the storyteller for tonight. My name's Ron, and we're going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade, which 5th edition, which none of us have ever played before. So here we go.
It should be great.
Very great.
Should we go around the table and say a little bit about ourselves? And...
Go.
Oh, I'm not going.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Bill. I'm the talent. Yeah. And
That's the one that rolls the worst.
Shut up, Frank. Shut up, Frank. Shut up, Frank. I'm just joking. I love you, Frank.
I love you too, Bill.
I'm Jaden. I do pest control.
Oh yeah, sorry. Can I addend mine? I do that too.
Well, I think we all need to addend, and we all do that.
Yes. I also do pest control. I'm a certified applicator.
Hayden's a stripper.
On the weekends.
That's
Actually,
why my
every night.
camcorder's the best out of this entire group.
Every
Like,
night, the money rain.
No.
Only days that end with Y.
Hey, every
Uh-huh.
day is a weekend when you're making it rain.
More like just a rain day. And... All right, who's already gone?
It's your turn.
My turn. All right. Well, I'm Frank. I'll be the one making the wise ass jokes for the night.
Well, he's probably not the only one, but
Well, yeah, not the only.
it's not going to lie. Of this group, we got a lot of sarcastic people over here.
Sarcasm is our first
I
language.
guess I didn't formally introduce myself. My name's Hayden. I'm eating sunflower seeds currently, and I do work in pest control. So I know.
No way. I thought
Well-
you were a stripper.
That's crazy. It must have been like some sort of like sign for us all
Well,
to be
see,
together.
I do pest control on the outside, and then I go inside their home and strip. So yeah.
Oh, so it's like a twofer.
I've always wondered something. When you do those, do you bring your own pole, or
I
you
strip
just
on
trust
whatever
they already
pole's
have
there.
What do you think the
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they have an extension pole. It's like a copper brass like extension pole you can use for stripping.
Yeah.
we also have
that,
a
like-
broom. That's
Oh, yeah,
So
very
you can like
capable.
just bring with you and just like extend.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say my
tighten
broom.
and it's a pole.
I just lodge that in their house and then do my thing.
All right,
Yes, you do.
let's get into the game. All right, so the sun rises on the last day of the year. It is December 31st,
Is
2009.
that really how we're gonna start it?
New
Like
Year's
we
Eve.
just kind of introduce ourselves and then jump into the game?
What do you want to do, Frank?
Well, I'm just saying it's our first time around. You know, like you're setting a precedent that that's just how it goes now. Like that you start the, you know, we bullshit for like 2 seconds and then jump into the game.
Well, my entire life is bullshit, so I'd rather
He's
just
the
jump into
dungeon
the game,
master.
so.
we've introduced ourselves. We're gonna play some Vampire the Masquerade. Here we go. The sun rises on the last day of the year. It's December 31st, 2019. Top stories for today: crowd storms the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Gunshots heard, reporter says. West Virginia correctional cadets that gave Nazi salute in photo will all be fired. Michelle Obama is the most admired woman in a new poll. And Texas man who stopped church shooting says he had to take out the gunman because evil exists. Trending on Twitter: New Year's Eve, Bryce Perkins, Happy New Year, Australia wildfires, and the last day of 2019. So, those are all real, by the way. Real articles.
I don't remember any of that.
And hashtags.
I think I was asleep at that point.
Yeah. It was only a few hours before sunrise, before the rise of the sun, that a group of beings, some ancient and all at least decades old, gathered in a luxurious room in an old hotel in the heart of Houston. "This is madness," a well-dressed woman says. "You can't make us do this," said another figure, cloaked in shadow. "Your prince has issued a command. You'd be well to follow it," says another woman. The shadowy figure stares daggers at her, until the shadows seem to shy away from her and surround the authoritative figure, coalescing at her feet, almost as if they were supplicating to her. "You will do this," says yet another. "The prince has seen it. You all know what that means. You all know you will do what you are told." And with only a few grumbles, the group dispersed and went their separate ways, and the sun rose on the last day of the year. Let's go, Jerry or Bill. Who are you playing, Bill?
I am playing Jerry Wilson.
Jerry Wilson. And what does Jerry do when he wakes up in the morning?
Well, Jerry wakes up, gives himself a nice stretch. Then he goes about getting up, starting out his day. He gets his protein shake ready, made it the night before. All natural, organic chia seeds. Gotta love those chia seeds. Yum yum yum. And then after that he takes his protein supplements, and he gets started on his morning workout. Today's a cardio day.
Is Jerry alone right now?
Yeah, Jerry's alone. He's got butterflies in his stomach for the launch of his new Healthline app.
Frank, you've never heard of chia seeds?
I've heard of chai.
I'm pretty sure there's.
Oh, it's
there's-
CHIA.
isn't chia-
CHIA.
Chia.
Yeah, it's those. You can eat them.
The edible seeds of Salvia hispanica, a flowering plant in the mint family native to central and southern Mexico, or of the related Salvia columbaria of the southwestern United States and Mexico. So, which strain is it
The
from?
one that makes him happy.
Do you have them imported or are they native?
Frank, I fucking hate you.
I mean, you would
I
know
don't know,
this.
Jerry. Listen, just for everyone else, I
Jerry
am
would
not
know
healthy.
this. That's
I am
all I'm
not-
saying.
Bill is not healthy by any stretch of the imagination. He's trying, but Jerry's super healthy.
Okay, so Jerry, you've got a big party coming up, a launch party for your new app. How does Jerry feel about that?
Oh, Jerry's excited. He's got butterflies in his tummy, but he's trying to keep it cool, not trying to keep his emotions under control, and also trying not to panic a little bit. Getting a bit of a grumble in his tummy partway through his workout. Like, oh my. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're fine. I've successfully been running 3 businesses for several years now. I'm fine. Okay. We're good. Keep your mind busy. Come on, Jerry.
All right, so while Jerry does all that, Maxwell Cox. It's around midday, about lunchtime. What are you doing right now?
So I assume it's like my day off, or am I?
You tell me.
All right, it's my day off. Um, so I spend the day, doing adult shit just by cleaning the house and whatnot. I have like pictures that I stare at half the time that have my son in the picture frame and me and him. But obviously you can tell it's like taken years ago. Um, and
What's your son's name?
my son's name is Max Jr.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right.
And so getting to the party, I'm pre-gaming with uh probably, I don't know, whatever alcohol is available that's cheap, because Brenda has me on a noose with child support. So
Oh,
IPA.
yeah. Fuck you,
Fucking
Brenda. Let me see
Brenda.
my son.
Nah, he's probably on something even cheaper than IPA. He's probably drinking like a cinnamon
hopefully
whiskey.
tonight at the
Ugh.
party you can just drink Brenda out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what Max is doing. So Wesley, what are you doing to get ready for the upcoming party?
Well, as Wesley would do, he would obviously have his wife, Carol Isaac, as his plus one. He would be dressed to a T because he is the CEO of Isaac Genetics.
Of course.
So he obviously has to present himself in a way that is going to look good no matter where he is. And he's going to go get a haircut on the way there.
All right. Where do you go for a haircut?
I go to Shag Spa and Salon.
Shag
Off of-
Spa and Salon. Okay.
Yes, off of Research and Grogan's Mill.
Is this a real place?
And yes, this is a real place.
Okay.
And that's where I'm getting my hair done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like, that's a good name for something just off the top of your head.
Yeah. Hey, actually, I did have a bit of a question, and I guess I should have made this distinction earlier. Jaden, are our companies going to be like related to each other or anything?
So what is yours specifically?
Mine is basically a health line. I run a health food store, a healthy workout center, and a mental health, basically like therapy type stuff.
Well, I am basically a giant lab where everyone is literally breaking down DNA to its finest, item, basically, and trying to learn how to graft skin.
I think for you, this was honestly just like it was more of an opportunity to get some cash into the company. You're providing scientific legitimacy behind the
His products that he's making. I'm the FDA basically for you. Except whether or not you're FDA approved, I don't know. But I am a scientist that is standing in for you, that approves your message, basically.
yeah. You're the yeah.
Yes,
You're one.
I'm all nine.
You're yes. And then last of all, we have Cole. Cole, what are you doing to get ready?
What time of day is it?
It's starting to get closer to the party. It's probably around what might be dinner time if you choose to eat dinner.
So I would assume that I'm making the last minute touches on the app for Bill. What was your character's name?
Jerry.
Jerry. I don't know why I have that. I need to have that up so I can remember names. But I'm probably making like last minute adjustments to Jerry's app so that it can be, picture perfect for the launch. I probably have like a big bag of Cheetos or Funyuns beside me on the desk while I'm sitting just.
All right, so yeah, so the day goes by. You all do your various things to get ready. Is anyone else bringing a +1?
If Brenda would let me see my son.
I don't know if it's an appropriate party for your son.
God damn it, Brenda.
Well, there's the party, then there's the after party. Is that not how it was supposed to go down originally?
I mean,
Are we still doing that?
the official launch, and then yeah, the after party or whatever. So yeah, the launch party is it's going to be streamed on various streaming platforms, um, and what do they call it, simulcast to the world. The launch of what's the name of this app? I'm putting you on the spot, Bill.
You would too. It goes by IO, AI10, all in one. Oh shit, that doesn't that letters don't add up. Oh wait, it still does. AI10H, all in one organic health. IO.
IO.
Dang.
All in one organic health. Good job.
I should probably write this down because I'm developing.
Can you spell that one more time for the people in the back?
Okay, just for those people in the back. AI the number 1
Okay.
OH.
Okay. And can you say your slogan one more time?
Yes, I love my slogan. It's all in one organic health.
That's a great.
Easy.
All right, so everybody is going to this party, and we're gonna fast forward. We've vaguely introduced your characters. How are y'all getting to the party? How are each of you arriving? Are you going to be on time? It's at a the party is at a hotel in Houston. The launch itself will be in the downstairs kind of lobby area, but the after party is going to be upstairs on the roof.
Before Jerry gets there, he does stop by one of his group counseling groups. One of his counseling groups that he helps host, just to kind of help get his mind in the right mind space. Other people are having bigger problems than me. Okay, this is nothing.
What kind of problems?
Oh, it's grief counseling. It's tonight's session is grief counseling. So dealing with people who have lost or dealing with a loss of some kind.
So oh, that's right, because you do the mental stuff too.
Yeah, I like people to have a healthy mind, body, and life.
So whenever you go to the grief counseling, one of your is it like a group thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, hey everyone, I'm Jerry. Hi Jerry. And a year and a half ago, this person who was really close, my mom or my wife, my girlfriend, someone died or just isn't here.
All right. So there's someone new at your group tonight. It's a woman, an Egyptian woman.
Quick question. So Bill, you're hosting this group therapy session?
I try to host one several nights a week.
Is it at like your place of business, or is it a place that you put aside for it, or is it just kind of in the back alley?
It's at one of my places of businesses. So it's out of my counseling office. The upstairs is for private one-on-one session between either me or some of my other staff. and some of my patients. But for the groups counseling, the downstairs room is large, has a bunch of chairs and stuff. We set out coffee and some snacks, and everyone can just sit down. They can talk if they want. If they don't want to talk, they don't have to. They can just sit and hang out. But it's there.
See, I envisioned it being like bean bags and those really uncomfortable chairs that are supposed to be good for your back.
See, that's great. That's great for the physical health aspect. But for a lot of people, it's a bit more comfortable to be a bit more. I guess they don't necessarily want to be able to. A lot of people, when they're sharing these kind of grief moments, don't want to necessarily relax. They're already on edge, and necessarily they're already letting a big guard down. So a lot of times, having just a basic setup with chairs and some kind of basic snack or beverage or something kind of helps to just feel more comfortable being in the situation.
And some Zen music playing in the background, maybe some incense burning around the room.
This isn't one of the yoga sessions. Of course, I do teach those as well. But
well, not super loud, but kind of just background noise.
Okay, so I want to try something. I've heard other shows do this and it sounded fun. So Frank, you're a random NPC in this session, and basically just introduce yourself and what are you here for?
This is just like a straight group therapy. There's no like overarching, like it's not AA or anything like that.
No, it's just the theme is grief. So, but it's polite at the beginning of sessions to have to introduce yourself, be like, hi.
So just come up with some random NPCs and introduce yourself.
Can I do it?
Yeah, go.
All right. Hi, my name is Richard. I go by Dick.
Hi,
Thank
Dick.
you.
Great to meet you.
Recently, I've just been going through a really hard time. I lost my job, and I can't find another one. And my whole family lives in a different state, so I have really nothing else to fall back onto. This is actually one of my first times being here, so I'm excited to get to know all of you.
Absolutely, Dick, and it's great. I'm so happy you decided to come and join us today. There's a lot of great people here, and I'm sure we're gonna all love getting to know you. And yeah, afterwards, if you want to come talk to me, I'm always open, and I might be able to help you out with some stuff. I can introduce you to some people. It's no problem.
Somebody else.
Hi, my name's Jason Daryl, and I've been just really down lately, and I don't know why. I mean, I have a job and I go to work every day, but I mean, it's just so repetitive that like I just kind of get lost in it all, and I'm just trying to get myself back up to where I want to be in life. So that's why I'm here today.
Absolutely, Daryl. That's wonderful. I'm so happy that you're here sharing all of this with us. I know it's not easy sharing this kind of stuff in a group setting around a bunch of people you don't know, and it's wonderful that you're here and doing that.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I mean, it took a while for me to really get up to the spirit to even bring myself here, because I'm really self damaging, if you want to say, but yeah. Thank you.
Well, sharing is the first step to recovery, friend. And I will say this: if ever you want to talk to me or anyone else, we host groups several nights a week, and I even do one-on-one sessions upstairs. If you're interested, I'd love to talk. I'd love to talk with you more. I really would.
I'll have to put a pin in that.
Please do.
Just did.
Hi, I'm Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Jerry, I've been here several times before. I've had issues in the past with anger management. And I lost my wife. I made her lose her baby. It's been a lot to try to cope with. It it she I didn't know she was pregnant, and I just punched her in the belly, and she lost a baby, and
Man, I'm so sorry. You're making me tear up already.
It's everyone. It's okay, Carl. I'm so happy to see you keep coming here. Wonderful to see you. We're. How have you been feeling lately with your anger? How's that been doing?
well, I've been doing them exercises you told me about. The breathing ones and the sticking my finger in my pooper and
God fucking damn it, Frank.
I've never heard of this one before.
We're gonna
I
redact
lean
that. We're
I
gonna
lean over
redact
to
that
the
last
other guy
meeting
that
recording.
introduced himself. I lean over to the other guy and that introduced him before me. I'm like, shouldn't this guy be in jail?
Now, hey, everyone, let's watch the crosstalk now. It's fine. Things have happened in everyone's life that you're not necessarily proud of. Please remember that. And Carl, I'm so happy that you're taking my advice. And yeah, just whenever you feel like your fuse is getting a little close to the edge, just stop, take a second,
just stick my finger in my pooper.
I'm not saying it. I'm not even gonna support that.
He finally denies it.
No, I'm not. That's not good therapy.
I don't know what y'all be doing on the 1v, like the one-on-ones up there, but I mean,
Jaden, don't antagonize it further.
I'm not antagonizing anything. It
I'm
seems like this has
sorry,
already
man.
happened.
I was just messing with Jerry. He's been good to me. Like to make jokes sometimes.
Yeah, I can
But
tell he's been good to you.
oh yeah.
Now, Daryl, calm down. We all
Sorry,
love a good
it's my
joke in
first time
environment,
here.
but
I'm just gonna break the ice. I'm sorry. I didn't know if there was something going on. I just want to relate to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
You're okay, Daryl. You're okay.
Sorry, this is really stressful being here.
Now I hear you. It can be, especially. And by the way, Carl, thank you so much. I know for sharing. I know it's not easy, especially after such a serious loss like that. I know it can be hard, but first, for a lot of people, one of the hardest things is admitting what you've done and coming to realize it. Making it real in your head is a very important step, because from there we can start focusing on recovery.
Well, I appreciate it, Jerry. I think I'm done for today, though.
That's absolutely fine. I appreciate you sharing. Everyone, let's give Carl a round of applause, please.
So Jerry, you notice that the other new person, she's been pretty silent.
Well, there's still a couple new faces around, but I'd love to hear from anyone if they're comfortable. Ma'am, I noticed that this is my first time seeing you here.
Yes. What's so funny?
Dang it. God damn it.
My life's actually in a wreck right now, and the fact that you would even laugh at me like that.
No, I'm not laughing.
It just made me feel so bad. I mean, I just wanted to come here to feel better, and you're just gonna do this to me?
Jaden, I swear, I'm gonna reach through Discord and choke you.
I don't know who Jaden is, but I need to speak to your manager. Did you call
I'm
me
the
a
whole
male?
goddamn owner of this place, bitch.
Okay, well then let's talk.
Okay, let's
go to these one-on-one sessions you're talking about. Let's go upstairs. Let's talk about this.
No, we're gonna do this right here in front of everyone. This is group therapy. Everyone has to let out their demons. Let's do this.
Hey, I think our tempers are getting a little hot in here. How about we all just stick a finger up our pooper real quick?
You're right. I'm sorry. It's just my husband left me yesterday, And I haven't seen him since. He said he was just gonna go get some groceries for them. I didn't even eat yesterday. I'm sorry.
The other woman who hasn't spoken yet, she looks over uh at Jaden's character and she says, "She's lying."
Oh,
Now, everyone, this is a group here. We're not trying to call out. We're not trying to call anything out. Everyone's truth is their own truth. Okay.
Her truth is she's just after attention.
Oh,
what did you
shoot.
say to me?
Oh shoot, it's going down.
She
I'll have you know that my husband was in the military, and if he was here right now, it'd be over.
Yeah, but he left you, so
Okay. Let's watch the crosstalk now, everyone.
Anyways, let's continue with this meeting.
she focuses back on Jerry. My name is Imogen, and my husband died, and that's why I'm here.
Well, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to meet you, Imogen, and I am torn apart to hear about that. When did your husband leave us?
Well,
It was some time ago.
Okay.
This is great. It's having a great time.
Grief can last for many years if you hold on to
So
it.
the random NPCs don't need to, but if you decide you want to make rules or anything, just let me know. Checks or anything on anybody.
okay.
so are we there as well?
No. This is just we just jumped into scene of Bill's thing.
Okay, I understand now.
Okay, so what? Session's over. I'm saying bye to everyone and getting ready to go to the party thing, right?
Yeah, we can fast forward. The
Okay, well then in that case, then I'm just talking to this lady one on one. I'm like,
all of the other people kind of talk and share and stuff, but Imogen doesn't really give much up. She seems more like she's listening and watching. She's more focused on you. I don't know if Jerry would notice anything like that. In fact, we should probably, yeah, let's do our first roll of the night. So every roll is going to have 2 dice. So this time, let's do wits and insight. So you're going to want to click on the insight button first.
okay.
And then for the second thing it asks you, click on wits.
Okay.
4 successes. Okay, that's really good. So this woman seems much more interested in what you're doing and how you're handling the people and stuff than anything else that's going on in the room.
Okay. So, and you said that the meeting's over, and I'm just saying goodbye to everyone and putting stuff up, right?
This is just what you've noticed throughout the meeting. I mean, if you
Okay.
bring it up during meeting, that's fine. We can rewind, but that's what you've noticed throughout the meeting so far, is that this woman is not interested in sharing or with 4 successes, I say she's not interested in sharing. It doesn't seem to care at all about what's going on with everyone else. She is interested in what you're doing.
All right. Well, in that case, if she's not interested in sharing, it's group. No one's required to share, so I'm not gonna push her on it if she doesn't seem interested. But I'm gonna notice that she's focusing more on me than anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's all. We can jump forward. We just jumped into that because Bill popped up with something random. So. Okay, so yeah, we can jump forward. So Bill, you're done with the thing, and I guess everybody is on their way to the launch.
Oh yeah, and on the way out, once group's done, I'm gonna tell them to the group, guys, everyone. It was a great session tonight. Loved meeting so many new people, hearing so many people we already know, and just getting a bunch of this trauma out there. Just admitting to it is good. Now, tonight, my line is launching a new app. If anyone's interested, I have It's to the general public is open. And if you're interested in coming to meet some people you may know and maybe meet a couple new faces, please feel free. I'd love to see any of you there.
Imogen says, "You know, I think a party would do me good. I'll come."
Excellent. I love hearing it. Okay, that's it. That's all I had. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, you arrive at the party, in whatever vehicle or however you're going to get there. It's at a big fancy hotel in Houston. There's valet parking. What is it called? Complimentary valet parking. Although they do still expect you to tip them. When you walk inside, you'll see various tables scattered around. There's a stage with a podium for speakers and a big screen behind the stage, which right now just has the IO logo on it. And it's just kind of, just up there, some sort of fancy animated logo, probably like, I don't know, an apple with a brain with delicious foods, no, healthy foods circling around. Bench pressing.
Yeah. It's all organic. There's plenty of vegetables. There's some healthy lean meats. Some
I thought you were like vegan or something.
Party fair snacks, that kind of thing.
Well, if he's vegan, he doesn't have to make everyone else.
Well, the way.
No, I'm not vegan. I'm just healthy.
Yeah, all of the food being served, except maybe the alcohol, is approved by Jerry. The recipes you can find on the app. There is wine being served, and there is a full bar. You can order more drinks to your taste, but the wine itself is complimentary. It's a sparkling white wine or champagne.
Yum.
And there's various tables, lots of business people around, but also people who look like maybe they're definitely more into the hippie scene. It's a pretty good assortment of people.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to make a quick distinction real fast. While Jerry doesn't mind people drinking just for personal and health reasons, he doesn't partake.
Mm-hmm. It's a low alcohol or a low sugar content wine somehow, even though wine is made from berries, which are full of sugar. What do you guys do?
Well, my guy shows up. Oh, you can go ahead.
Oh, sorry, no, you go first.
All right. My guy shows up, first thing he does, walks straight up to the bar, orders a Hennessy and a Red Bull.
Hennessy and a Red Bull.
And so, with that, he carries around in his cup and continues just to mill around, just looking at potential +1s for later tonight.
There's definitely a lot of people around, a good mix of people. It's a health app, so probably a lot of like fit people, though not necessarily all of them, a good mix of people. And also there's more than one way to be healthy, so it's not necessarily just like a workout app or something like that. So a good mix. So at the bar, whenever you're ordering your drink, there's another man there. He's a well-dressed man, African American, who's nursing what appears to be a glass of red wine. And he looks over at you and just kind of like nods hello, nods and greetings, something like that.
What did you say he was nursing?
A glass of red wine.
Interesting feller.
Does the glass of red wine look suspicious at all to me?
Probably not.
No. Okay. I nod my head at him and proceed to order my drink.
All right, now let's move over to Jaden. Jaden, you were about to come in, right?
Okay, yes. I am whipping up in my Porsche Cayenne because I'm a family
No
man.
shit.
My wife drives a LX 570. Just as a side note. But I pull up and I'm with my wife. I give a nice generous $50 to the valet. Kind of like big man on the block. Do what?
Says thank you, sir, before he takes your keys.
No problem. Just to make sure she doesn't get any dents when I'm back. You know what I'm saying? The only dents will be in my wife. you know. No, I don't beat my wife. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
so I walk in, and I go up to Jerry, and I congratulate him on the opening of tonight. Congrats, Jerry.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I just want you to know that we would not be here without you and your aid. And I appreciate everything you've done for us.
Of course, I've seen your work. I appreciate it all. I'm happy to be here and to support you in this new endeavor.
Well, here's hoping it brings both of us some success.
Hey, I'll cheers to that.
And I'll cheers him with my sparkling water.
I call over one of the guys with the champagne plates, and I take a champagne, and I clink it with Jerry, and I take down the entire thing in one gulp.
Damn.
I was a party man back in my day, but I'm sophisticated now. But I like to let loose at parties.
Your wife kind of rolls her eyes at that.
So hey, Jaden, if you want, you can totally make an insight on Jerry.
Make an inside.
Insight. So hold up. That would be.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does my character notice him? Like, does Max notice this CEO looking guy just down an entire champagne glass in one go?
I mean, would that be something you'd notice?
I mean, I'm scouring the room looking for people. And I probably see his wife. I'm like, hey, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean I can't score.
That's true. You do notice him. So to roll insight, I believe that would be insight plus wits. So you click the insight first.
Okay.
Yeah, still don't
Plus wits.
know all the skill combinations, but
So you said with wits.
yeah, insight and wits together. So you
and then 0 for modifier.
0 modifiers. So five successes. Since you brought this up, Bill, what does Wesley see in Jerry? Yeah.
Well, he's gonna notice that Jerry took a couple extra seconds to stare at the person with the champagne glasses, and also that he was nice delicious long drink of champagne he just took.
Okay.
Looking at it real nice.
So
and
know.
then Jerry's just gonna sip his sparkling water.
Like successes. What is he getting from that? Because that's not very clear. Like what is Jerry thinking?
Jerry is a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, so he wants.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna guess he's like a closet alcoholic or something.
Do I know this?
Just recovering.
Yeah, with 5 successes, you know.
Okay. So I feel bad. I say sorry. I didn't mean to do that in front of you. I know how you are.
No. I'm sorry. It was a different time in my life. I was a different person, and I don't.
Hey, look at you now.
I don't partake anymore. That's all.
Hey, I mean, and I completely, I have, all the respect towards you. I mean, I respect your bodily figure at this point. I mean, I'm over here looking like I work at a 9-to-5 office job. So, I mean, no shame there.
All right, let's hop over to Cole. Cole, what are you doing? You were working on the app. Did you finish it in time to get to the party?
It was already finished. I was just like nitpicking myself while finishing, like, making sure the color transitioned right, and making sure the random failure whenever you tried to press the menu and workout buttons was fixed, and all those other little small things. But yeah, I got that done. I was probably running a little late, so I'm rolling up in a really beat up looking like 83-ish Fox Body Mustang, but it's like falling apart. There's like duct tape holding one side of the bumper on. Rust is eating through like the side of the car. It's doing that like sputtering fucking thing, like as I'm pulling up.
Yeah, yeah.
It barely makes it to like within 5 feet of the guy, the guy who takes your keys and parks your vehicle, the valet. So it makes it like 5 feet from where I should be, and then it just dies. And like I get out, and I'm like, I hand him a screwdriver. I'm like, all right, just pull it around side if you can. And he just looks at the screwdriver while I walk away. There's no key. There's just a screwdriver.
Nice.
And then I kind of just like slowly like try to slip inside without being noticed.
Here is hoping that this app launches well, because either way you're getting paid. You're getting paid for the work, but hopefully you get paid some decent amount in royalties.
Oh, I'm just fixing it up. It's a hunk of shit because I bought it a hunk of shit. I'm trying to fix it up into something better, but
So how are you money wise?
I am not like well off. Like I live in a like mostly efficiency apartment. Like I'm the one that basically did the app from the ground up, and I helped build the company. But I don't get any royalties or any credit for it. I'm the brain behind the company, but I'm not the pocket. If that makes sense.
As you pull up, or as you're getting out of your car, a limo pulls up behind you, and a Hispanic woman steps out, and she's I don't know, how old is Cole?
That's a good question.
Remember,
Cole
that
is,
decision's gonna stick with you for eternity.
let's say 28-ish.
Okay, yeah. So she's an older woman, looks to be in her 40s. She gets out of her car and like looks at your beater and gives you like a raised eyebrow before, heading inside, just ahead of you. You know, you're busy talking to the valet and
The valet person.
in front of you.
Okay. I just like glance over and watch her walk up and just talk,
Yeah,
finish talking to the
it's
valet.
nothing. It's just something that happens. Nothing to think
Okay.
weird of it.
Did she like look at me weird or anything? Did she just like glance with like an eyebrow?
She just like looks at your car, gives you a raised eyebrow, maybe a smile, and then just goes on in.
Like a,
She just like, it looks like it. She thinks it's funny, like that someone would bring that kind of car to this kind of party, basically.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So what do you do when you go inside?
Me?
Yeah.
So I probably go up to where the coat check-in is, pull off my somewhat ratty looking blazer with the patches on the elbows, with like the suede patches. It's like a leather blazer. I check that in. I make sure I tell them don't, grab anything out of the pockets. I've got some loose change and a USB drive. I don't want them stealing my loose change. The USB drive is fine. Then I probably just kind of like slink around to where the bar is and like go to the furthest corner that's like the least occupied, and then slump into a chair, and then I just kind of like stare at the cashews, and I just start munching on the cashews, waiting on a bartender.
Random out of care. Okay. Random question. If you guys click on, can y'all see each other's character sheets or just the bio and info tab?
No, just the bio and info.
Okay. So, yeah. So, Maxwell, you've been eyeing the place, and you do notice a woman nearby. She, I don't really know how to describe, but she's drinking.
something, fancy like mixed drink with a martini. Yeah, she's drinking a martini and just kind of like being just real flirty with whoever walks up to her.
Great.
Whoop! What the fuck?
Oh wow. All right. All right. I can roll with that.
Come on, Hayden. With the fictional character.
She's cute.
Yeah.
I guess I'll show you the picture of the person who was in your grief counseling session. She was
Also pretty cute.
not dressed as a doctor.
Oh, dang.
Do they both clear? Are they both dressed up nice?
Both of them are, yeah. Well, yes. So Imogen is there, and yeah, both of them are dressed in more formal party appropriate attire. Although the first picture that I showed, hers is more casual. Like it's nice, but nice, but like more club nice, not formal party nice.
Well, since Jerry has already been introduced to Imogen, he'll walk up to her and be like, "You're looking gorgeous, absolutely radiant. I love what you've done with your hair."
She gives you a slight smile and says, "Oh, I haven't done anything with it, but thank you. Tell me, this app of yours, what exactly does it do?"
Well, it does several things. It allows you to make appointments, reservations. It also allows you to uh, uh, chart your workout progress, health goals, things of that nature. But you can also use it to chat with some professionals, or you can also use it to set up appointments, therapy appointments, and you can even put in a shopping list, so that if for people that can only come every now and then, you can just show up. We've got all the specific foods for your specific diet in mind. It even allows you to track specific diets you're on.
So you're also a grocery store in a sense.
Sort of. It's kind of like a gym, a health foods. It's kind of like a smaller version of Sprouts.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is either.
Sprouts is kind of like it's almost like a Whole Foods type of deal. It's like organic, and when you're on a diet, you shop there.
You pay $30 for an onion. Gotcha.
You don't pay. Yeah, okay. You don't pay at Sprouts. You don't pay $30. I will say you don't. It's prices at Sprouts weren't that exorbitant when I was shopping there. Actually, we shopped there when I was almost at my poorest, and we were actually able to afford some pretty healthy and delicious food. But it's kind of like that. It's agreeably priced foods and everything, and but that are healthy. It's you're not going to find it. You're not going to find a lot of a lot of overly processed stuff there.
Or at all, probably. Can the app also track the amount of calories from the food that you buy and also suggest different meals throughout the day and also curate a shopping list for you depending on your goals?
Absolutely.
I feel like you should have a Fitbit type deal where it can constantly communicate with your app about your physical well-being.
It does. Since especially since smartphones now are already pre-built with a pedometer and all that stuff, so it already usually charts your overall walking and that kind of stuff. So honestly, it just works with the pre-built stuff already in there.
It's like Skynet, but for working out.
Imogen, I guess your guy was any of that in character?
Do what? Did I butt in? Yeah, I butt in. I'm standing right next to him, so yeah, I say that.
So yeah, Imogen, pipes in also and says, "Do you have any scientific backing behind your app?"
Yes, I do. I've actually been studying some of the different health benefits to some of the foods that he has been offering. including some of the superfoods that are very good for your just overall well-being. I've done extensive research in the specific vegetables and why their genetic makeup works so well with the human body.
I apologize, Imogen. This is actually a very good friend and colleague of mine. His name is Wesley Isaac. He's
Nice to
a
meet you,
he's
ma'am.
a yeah he's a I'm sorry. Bill. Jerry's pretty smart. Bill is fucking stupid. Can you what is your job again?
I am a CEO of Isaac Genetics.
This is Wesley Isaac, CEO of Isaac's Genetics, and he's my business partner.
Oh, I've heard of Isaac Genetics. I'm actually a doctor, and we've used some of your company's products.
How do you feel about it so far?
For the most part, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
that um, oh my God, I don't know anything about medical stuff. This, the spinny thing that you use to to separate the blood.
yes.
Centrifuge.
The centrifuge.
Yeah, centrifuge.
That new centrifuge you had that your company released was quite remarkable.
Thank you. It took actually 3 years to even get to the point we are today. So
And actually, one little other thing that actually also a little fun thing that Mr. Isaac and I are also going to be doing is we're also pretty soon going to be setting up blood drives and blood donations to help our local hospitals. There is a bit of a blood shortage out right now, and I'd love to try to help, and we're trying to kind of get something like that together.
disclaimer: the blood is not for genetic research.
I am well aware of the blood shortage.
Yeah. It's
What
been
year was this? 2020?
2019. Well, I guess the first day of
2019.
2020.
It's New Year. It's New Year's Eve. Let's just say it's 2020.
Yeah, it is limbo.
So what do you do, in the medical field and everything?
Hold up, let me look at her skills real quick. Actually, said you're a geneticist. I do actually do a lot of work with blood, actually.
Interesting.
But I'm not here to talk about work. I'm here to enjoy the party. Jerry, is how about you show me around? And then like she's not interested. She is not interested in talking to Wesley, despite
Wow.
Ooh, does he notice that? Does he get
Can
the
I do an insight?
yes, you can do an insight.
Okay.
how bad you got swerved on that?
For real, I was just trying to make some general conversation.
Oh God, I hope Imogen is not. I really do hope that Imogen is not interested because she's barking up the wrong tree. Jerry, don't play for her team.
Yeah, you don't notice anything specific, but other than that, she's more interested in Jerry than she is in you. No,
Okay.
I don't know if you want to make an insight. You're welcome to.
Do what?
I said if Jerry wants to make an insight, he's welcome to.
Oh,
Oh, my bad. No. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. I get Jerry can get a little flustered around this many people.
Plus, he's like a celebrity. Of course, people are interested.
that's true.
I mean, I'm just gonna put this out there. Small time business owner versus a CEO. Jerry's like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. Am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be? He probably is like the country bumpkin next to someone that actually knows what's going on.
Yeah, but my business isn't something that's always going to be displayed everywhere. You're not going to be like, oh, watch an ad on TV and be like, oh, Isaac Genetics. No, it's going to be like, like a secret. I mean, not like super secret, but, like a research facility that, only like medical professionals and stuff like that would know of.
Yeah. Plus, we're here for Jerry's app. So
Yeah.
this is a Jerry centric party here.
everyone knows you, or you know everyone that you invited, at least somewhat.
Yes, I mean, there's plenty of people here who he doesn't know. Probably they're investors and things like that, or people just from the genetics company or from
Or people in the hotel.
whatever the company is that Cole works for. Uh, just hotel. People just taking advantage of some free stuff. And Jerry's had a couple of sleeper investors too. Just people who prefer to remain anonymous. That's why Simple Health app is getting such a big party. So it is, if someone thought about it, they'd be like, wow, this is a big deal for just like a small time fitness guy. but hey, he's moving up in the world. Speaking of which, someone gets up on the stage and kind of taps the mic to get everyone's attention. I think it's hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. My name is Harold, and I'm here to just introduce our esteemed guests. As you all know, we're here for the launch of the IO app. The what was that slogan again?
All-in-one organic health.
And he motions to Cole. And Cole, could you or Mr. Stone, could you bring up the app on screen?
Cole like freezes and like looks over.
You don't have to get on stage. He's just like points at you, like it's your cue. So he needs the app
didn't
on
even know it was
screen.
cute. I like start like looking around frantically, and I grab my phone and like I start pressing buttons on it, and I look at the screen. It just says no signal, and I press some buttons, and like I look back up. It still says no signal, and I look back at my phone and I'm just pressing buttons.
So
And-
hold on. So you notice the one time when you look up that the Hispanic woman that you saw, who I guess I could show her picture real quick, the older Hispanic, was standing near the big screen, and she for a second she glances at you and then glances at the screen, and then kind of does like a, what do you call it, gives a little start, like very minor, but then she moves away from the screen and all of a sudden you're connected.
Shit. All right, so I look back up. I see her walk. I'm like, kind of look back and forth between the two of them, and I'm like,
Might not even be something you'd think anything of, but you happen to see her and she looked at you, made eye contact, and then like got a vaguely startled look on her face and moved away, and the screen started working. Yeah, so the app comes up and it's like, and thank you, and of course the best person to introduce the app would be the creator of it himself, Mr. Jeremiah Wilson. And Bill, Jerry was probably ready for this. The spotlight shines on you wherever you happen to be standing.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. It's wonderful to be here, and wow, to have so many people here to help get this off the ground. I can tell you, there's probably a dozen other places every one of you should be, and it's so great that all of you are here helping me and everyone else get this off the ground. There's so many great people been helping me out. You got Mr. Stone over there, literally the brains of this whole operation. I would still be kicking this idea around if it wasn't for his insight. And I also have to thank Mr. Isaac, whose very generous donations and backing are helping us keep everything clear through FDA side and everything else. And I can't wait to get to know everyone here better and to help everyone live the best possible life that they can. For anyone interested, we are taking donations over there that are going to be going to our local shelters. Any uneaten food is also going to be donated as well. So please, everyone, have a great time, and I appreciate every one of you for the help that you're putting forward to help get this off the ground.
And so as Jerry continues to speak in the background, the scene shifts over to Maxwell, who what are you doing right now as this talking is happening?
So Maxwell wants to be like courteous to all of it. I mean, are people like 100% zoomed into this, or is it just kind of like,
Yeah, for the most part, everybody's paying attention.
okay. So I guess I would have walked up to that girl that you previously pointed out to, and I would just kind of be like staying a appropriate distance away from her. It's like 2 to 3 feet
Are you like
away.
watching her from like a slight distance?
Yeah, so I placed myself kind of behind her,
Mm.
but not like directly behind her.
Are there like circle tables with like the white cloths and like this 5 to 6 chairs around them, and we're all sitting around listening? That's kind of how I imagine this.
I just imagine like a giant open studio.
We're just all standing.
So the girls, she's definitely she's kind of paying attention to what's going on. She's also kind of just seems to be kind of wandering and observing the place, but it always seems to be in such a way that you wanted to stand kind of off behind her, but she keeps somehow ending up to where you're in her line of sight versus the other way around. Like she's always behind you.
She ends up behind me.
Yeah, so you positioned herself, but then as Jerry is speaking, you notice like you lose sight of her for a second. But then you realize, oh, she's right next to you, sipping at her, martini, and she glances over at you and says, what are you drinking there?
And I give like a sly smile and I go, probably not the most appropriate thing for a party like this, but it's a Hennessy and Red Bull.
She chuckles, and she's like, not really my choice of drink, but teach their own. Um, so is this as boring to you as it is to me?
What was that? I didn't hear that.
Do you find this as boring as I do?
Honestly, I came here for the drinks, found out the drinks cost money. Who would have thought? Thought they would be on the house, but yeah, honestly, I just work in the CEO's department. I just HR, so
Right.
not really invested. Why? What you got in mind?
What?
What do you got in mind?
I don't know. Just trying to decide if I want to, maybe run into you at the after party.
Oh, I'll be there for sure.
Well,
For sure.
all right then. And then she kind of fades away. Like goes off and to mingle with other people. But you do notice like she's always around. You never catch her looking in your direction, but she's never too far. Like she doesn't appear to be paying you any attention, but she's always easy to find.
Yeah. And you said she was like super flirty all the time, right? She just like gave off that vibe.
I don't even know if flirty is really the right word. She's just very I wrote down she has a chipper attitude. So she's
Okay.
really friendly.
I probably would have handled that a little
Yeah,
different
maybe a little
then.
I don't know. But
Okay.
yeah. Flirty works too.
Okay.
She
Just gotta make sure.
she reminds me of the I don't know, there's always the character in the TV shows that is always the like the one who's always got a good attitude, but you discover like they have some like dark or sad background or something.
So, like in the Powerpuff Girls, the secretary to the mayor.
I don't know, but I'm gonna say yes. So.
Miss Bellum.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest. In that whole power dynamic, she's the one actually running the city.
Mhm.
I'm thinking like she's like the like for some reason Chloe from Smallville is popping into my head, but or
Oh gosh.
Smallville.
yeah,
Yeah.
or the mechanic girl from Firefly, like just the happy, but also she's had some like
Okay.
trouble in her.
Yeah.
See,
I'll more role play towards that then.
see, translate that through the nerdometer, and then we instantly understand.
He just said flirty, like she was flirting with everyone, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll take that and roll with it.
That was the wrong word.
Well, she might be flirty with you.
Well,
I mean, she did ask it, see if he's going to be at the party. Let's see. So, yeah, so the launch party kind of continues like this for a while. Various speakers come up and like that they give demonstrations of the app, and just various people who are somehow associated because of money or because they actually do work with Jerry. And that goes on for a little while, and then everyone kind of eats dinner. Does anyone want to do anything before the quote unquote official party ends?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and shine my Rolex watch that I'm wearing.
Okay.
Getting ready for that after party.
Yeah. So when you go to the bathroom, there's I accidentally had introduced this character to Hayden versus you. There's an African American man. He's
Yeah, you
introduced him to you.
you did
Okay.
when I was buying my drink.
That same guy, he walks in, shortly after you, and you like polishing your watch, and he's like, oh wow, that's a nice watch.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's one of my more, prized possessions.
Yeah, I've got, he's wearing like antique watch.
Okay.
It's definitely like, let's say it's no, it wouldn't be a Rolex, but it's just if you know watches, it's probably valuable because it's old.
Yeah, because it's
Also
old.
scuffed up. Like he looks good in his suit, but the watch kind of scuffed up. Like he's had
Okay.
um
Yeah. I guess I would like point towards his watch and be like, "Are you a watchman yourself? Your watch is
he glances down
very nice."
and he's like, "Oh, this old thing. Yeah, it's a family heirloom. Um yeah, and I wear it to, things like this. Honestly, this really isn't my scene. My employer is, just wanted me to be here."
Yeah, quite not my scene either. I'm one of the employees of the CEO. I just showed up because I thought there were gonna be free drinks, but turns out I had to pay you.
Turns out what?
Pay him?
Turns out I had to pay you.
Pay him?
Yeah, I'm talking to a dude right now in a dude's bathroom.
So you're saying he's... Are you mistaking him for one of the employees of the benefit?
I
Or
thought
the
he was one of the
hotel?
bartenders.
No. He was at the bar drinking.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was a bartender. Okay.
At the bar
yeah.
nursing a drink. Yeah.
Okay. I misheard that. Yeah. So I'd say, yeah, but crazy I had to pay.
Yeah. You'd think that something other than this that water they call champagne would be on the menu. I'm gonna show the picture of this guy, but he's got he's got an old timey picture. This is what he once looked like.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and I guess you get to see his bio. Let me
Bio.
just leave.
You were not joking about that being an old timey picture. My goodness.
I didn't mean to show the bio, but whatever.
I'll just hide it with the other ones.
Yeah.
Through the other ones.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of just after a moment leaves the restroom. He doesn't use the restroom or anything. And
Interesting.
that's your interaction with this man.
Keep that in mind. He likes to enter bathrooms and just walk out.
Yeah, he goes in like maybe he washes his hands or something like all
Oh, okay. Makes it less awkward.
like washes his hands and then he leaves.
Okay.
No, I mean he could have come in because he had something on his hands.
Yeah, that's true.
He came in, stood right next to you while you're polishing your watch, and just walked away.
Yeah.
That would have been a little too obvious. Party goes on, like I said, random people. There's about an hour after the party ends before the actual after party begins. The after party begins at midnight. It's going to be up on the rooftop. Well, it begins a little before midnight. That way, maybe people start showing up on the rooftop around 11:30. There's a big it's actually a glass bottom dance floor that spans across the road. And so you're dancing essentially on the in the air above the busy Houston streets between two buildings, and there's like what do you call those? I guess they're spotlights, but shooting up in the air and waving around. And there's a DJ and a dance floor, and he's cranking out various dance music. The bar upstairs, it's still not a free bar, but definitely
Dang it.
yeah. There's the bar. There's definitely other things being passed around. It's definitely turning into a full on
An after party.
after party. Yeah. There's the after party seems like maybe it's not just for Jerry's thing. There's you see insert name of random football player and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's a big New Year's after party or New Year's party at the top of these two Houston version of skyscrapers that don't actually exist in the real world. I don't know. Can you call our buildings in Houston skyscrapers?
I'd say so. They're pretty tall.
We've got like five.
I went into when I worked in downtown Houston. I went into one building one time, and it was like 60 stories up. I'd say that's a legit skyscraper.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been to like New York or something, so I don't know how big their buildings are, but
That's true. I haven't either.
Average height of buildings in New York is like 2,500 stories.
that
can't be right.
a lot of stories.
2,500 stories sounds a little tall.
Hold on, let me read this. Typical. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the height of it.
Okay. I was like, that'd be like, because a floor is at least 10 feet tall.
This says the average height is like 21 stories.
Okay.
Yeah, then
I
I'd say we can call what we've got in downtown Houston skyscrapers then.
All right.
So, but we're at a hotel, right? So are we in the penthouse?
You're on the roof.
Okay. The roof. Okay.
And it spans between two large buildings across the street from each other. And so there's basically a bar on both sides. There's the dance floor suspended over the street, and just there's probably people dancing on the rooftops themselves as well, and there's there's food and stuff like that. There's various like benches and kind of like just little alcoves on the roof that you can like go in if you want to hang out or get like a modicum of privacy. Definitely not private, but more private than being on the dance floor. And yeah, so party's happening upstairs. Let's see. So is everyone's intending on going to this, I assume.
Obviously.
Uh
Just kidding.
so Wesley,
Okay.
how yeah, so you're on your way up, and let's how much do you keep track of your wife?
She's always by my side.
Always by your side. Okay, so y'all are heading up to the dance
Normally. Yeah, I'll just say that because I can kind of see where this is going. But yeah, normally she's next to me. I mean, if she ever meets someone that she knows, sometimes she'll be like, "I'm gonna go blah blah blah."
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so what's everybody else doing? Like what are y'all kind of doing up top? It's not quite midnight yet, but the big counters up there is like 15 minutes away from midnight.
15 minutes away. I'd say I'm probably just kind of chilling and dancing, probably next to my wife right now.
Right.
Jerry's probably off to the side. He's not really big on these kind of huge social gathering type of deals, especially not with like a bunch of people that he's also trying to impress and everything. So he's probably off to the side. He's certainly not on the dance floor, and probably just found some quiet place to kind of collect himself mentally and just kind of be out of the fray a little bit.
All right. What's Cole doing?
Cole's probably finally getting his first drink. Because he never called to the bartender. He just sat there until the bartender came over. So he just got his first drink. He ordered a Manhattan. No, that's not it. What's the one that's got the club soda and the alcohol and the cherry?
No, I personally don't drink, so I wouldn't know.
Club. So, are you talking about a Long Island iced tea?
Oh, okay, that must be what I was thinking of. It's Long Island. So yeah, I ordered a Long Island iced tea, and I actually just got an iced tea. And I didn't say anything, so I'm just sipping on an iced tea.
So you're aware?
I am aware that it's not alcoholic, and I am not the type of person to say anything when something fucks up like that. So I just continue to drink my sweet tea.
You're in Texas. Iced tea is not exactly ever the wrong answer.
Well, yeah, but I mean, alcoholic iced tea would have been better, but it's just like straight iced tea.
Would you ask for another drink, or would you just only have that now, since you kind of think he might mess it up?
Well, so as a person, I would probably try to order something different. But as the character in this situation, I'd probably just go with sweet tea. Like, well, fuck it, I'm screwed now. From this particular bartender. Now, when I go to one of the other bars, I might try to get something different.
Interesting.
But I look over and I see Jerry's over by himself, kind of just chilling. And so I go over and try to strike up a conversation with him.
Right. Let's see. We know gotta figure out what to do with Wesley. Yeah, so while you guys are chatting, what's Max doing?
Max, he would probably be hanging out closer to one of the bars, not necessarily sitting at it, but, kind of probably leaning on the bar, making small talk with anyone he can.
I'd say probably Max would probably be in my like general vicinity because I'm probably one of the only ones he knows. And I feel
Yeah,
like I would know him.
I would definitely be having you in that sight line, whatnot. But yeah, besides that, yeah, I guess I would go talk to the CEO. I mean, would the CEO even like know of me?
I'd say so. I mean, you would be in the same office area.
That, or maybe you talk to him because you're trying to get him to know you. You know, it's like, oh look, it's the
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah. So I guess I would, after failure of small talk with the girls at the bar, I would walk over to the CEO, and say, dang, what was your character's name? Wesley. It's I think I would try to be ballsy and just straight up call you Wesley.
Or Wes.
Wes, wow, you're really getting out there.
I did not say that. Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, start snapping my fingers. I can't really because I just ate chicken wings. I'm like, you work in what is it called again? Oh my gosh, it's slipping
One of the
me.
least favorite departments, I'll give you that.
Your secretary.
HR. Close.
Okay.
Not
Oh
quite.
yeah. Cox. Max. Oh
Yes.
yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've already had a couple drinks, as you could probably tell. But nice to see you here. I mean,
Yeah.
geez. Like, I mean, it's great to see some familiar faces, if you know what I'm saying. So, I mean,
Yeah. What have you been drinking, man?
just straight champagne all night. I mean, I don't know what it is about it. I just like railing them,
Yeah.
especially right now.
I saw you down that one down in the when you picked one up from that server. I saw you down that in one gulp. That was impressive.
That was like, like that's like the pre-game for the night. You have to
There
rail
we
the
go.
first one, and then I mean, you could sip on the next ones if you want. I mean, I tend to not, but
I mean, you got to let loose every now and then. I
Hey,
mean, a CEO can't be a CEO all the time.
that's right. I mean, I have kids at home. I mean, I don't get sleep. I mean, this is basically vacation for the night for me. So
There we go.
So as y'all are talking, your Wesley, your wife, comes up and taps you on the shoulder. Hun, I'm gonna run to the little girl's room real quick.
no problem. I'll be right here talking to my buddy Max. I put my arm around him. I give him a
She's
nice
so
pat on the
wasted.
chest.
The kind of interaction that has never once taken place with someone working in HR.
Yeah. And I vaguely try to hide the fact that I'm watching his wife's butt as she's walking away.
She has a very tight dress on tonight. I must agree. Can I do an insight on that?
Yeah, go for it.
On him looking at my wife's ass.
Go for it.
Awesome. Let's see.
Let's roll. Oh,
Damn.
Hey.
Yeah, you noticed.
You got a critical actually. So the 4 successes is actually, I think that means no, it would already have added that in, I think. Yeah, you know exactly what's going on though. Is a 6 a success?
I pretend to ignore it. I'll say for now. I'll definitely recognize.
I want to roll an insight to see if he knew that I knew.
I say go for
so
it.
what I roll for that?
So click the roll for insight, and then it should give you a drop down and just go to wits.
All right. Oh,
There it is.
wits. Submit. No modifiers.
No.
0.
Yeah, I do not notice that. I am like a high school boy. Don't notice shit.
Oh, that's right.
Eyes to butt.
Okay, yeah, 6 or higher is a success. So you rolled 2 6s, but also 2 10s. So that was actually a critical success. Not that it's super important on a insight roll in this case, but yeah, you know exactly what was going through his mind.
Oh yeah, it's burned in my memory. It doesn't matter how many drinks I take tonight. I'm gonna remember that.
Yep.
But I pretend not to notice, and I just continue. Just creating small talk.
Right.
And then I can give it back to you, Ron.
So as the party's going, it's been a while, and your wife hasn't come back yet. I don't know if you would notice though.
Should I do an insight?
The countdown. Let's say it's up to you if you notice, but we're 1 minute from midnight. They're
I definitely notice if it's 1 minute till midnight.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, well, I need my kiss. I guess I'll kind of like leave the party a little bit and kind of go searching for her really quick.
all right. So you know that the restrooms are downstairs. You go take the stairway down to a little hallway, and then there's an elevator. And y'all don't have access to the penthouse restroom, but you can go to the one down one floor.
I was actually gonna see if I could buy the penthouse for the night, but if that's the case, then that's fine.
Well, I mean, if you want to say that's something you did, then sure, yeah.
I say why not? I say I could do that and then go there by myself, and then maybe there's not anybody there.
So, all right, so yeah, you rented out the penthouse. So, that's probably where your wife would have gone.
Okay.
So you enter the penthouse, and you notice that the door to the restroom is closed, but you can see light coming from under the door. And it's other than that, it's kind of like dark, I guess.
Okay. So let's just say there's like maybe a light on in the living room, like one, and then like the light under the door.
Yeah.
Okay, I go to the door and I start knocking. I'm like, honey, are you okay in there?
There's no answer.
Hello. I keep knocking.
There's still no answer.
I try the door.
As you try the door, you hear a man's voice behind you. Look, man, I'm really sorry about this. And then let me see here. Give me so this would be wits plus composure. So two stats. So click either wits or composure first.
Okay. Well, they're both the same, so I'll just do composure. With wits?
Yeah. 4 successes. So you hear the man's voice, and then you get that kind of like you get the feeling, duck, like something's coming at you.
Oh.
Or dodge or something.
Should I do performance? Or
performance wouldn't help.
To see.
This is someone's coming for you. Like, what
okay.
would you do in this situation? And I'll tell you what to do.
Well, as a CEO, I wouldn't be carrying, so I wouldn't just have a gun on me. So if someone just kind of, do I see is he like trying to hit me?
Well, you're facing away from him. You feel that you heard his voice, and you feel that someone is coming for you.
Okay. Well, I whip around.
Yeah, if you spin around, you see him. He is running at you, more or less.
Could I roll something to see if I can like dodge out of his way and like put him in a headlock or something?
Yeah, let me find this rule. Here is the thing for various rules, combat.
I mean, we do have a brawl option.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can either do dexterity plus athletics, or you can do dexterity plus brawl. So dex plus athletics would be just purely dodging. Dex plus brawl or melee would be to attempt to like counter attack, basically.
Okay, I'll do that then. just because I've had a couple drinks in me and I'm not wanting to deal with this right now.
Right.
So if I click on brawl, I do dexterity, right?
You would do brawl first, yeah, and then dexterity or strength.
Okay.
Actually, would it be strength? Yeah, I would say for this, since you're trying to, well, no, you're trying to get him in a headlock. So let's say brawl plus strength.
Okay. Strength. It's acting weird. Okay, there we go.
Well, that's not good.
So do I add 1 for my strength modifier, or does it already do that for me?
It's not a modifier. So basically, each dot counts as a dice. So if you've got a total of 3 dots worth of strength and brawl together, it should roll 3 dice.
Okay. Well, I have 2. Well, I don't even have 1 in brawl, so I just have 1 in strength.
Okay, so yeah, so you rolled 1 dice. Yeah. So that's what it would be. This guy rolled 4 successes. Yeah, so you try to grab him. He easily you kind of swing at him. He easily grabs your arm as you're swinging at him, and kind of spins you around and shoves you at the door, which he shoves you hard enough that it actually knocks the door open.
The bathroom door?
Bathroom door.
Okay.
And you see your wife. There's no blood, but she seems to be just cowering in the bathtub. Like she's clothed, fully clothed, but she's cowering in the bathtub, just like really afraid.
Okay. So I'm just pushed in. I probably stumble. I probably fall on my butt. I'll look to my wife.
The guy says, I'm telling you, this wasn't my first choice. He does glance at your wife, and he's like, damn it, she's not supposed to see this.
Interesting. Well, I don't know what's about to happen, so.
She's just so she was terrified by something, probably the strange man. Maybe a little more terrified than like the way she's acting. It's more like something horrified her type, like it's not just I'm afraid that this man's going to do something to me. It's like something really just
She's seen something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He approaches you and grabs you again, and this time he throws you and you go flying. You smash into the wall. You fly out the bathroom door and smash into the wall on the other side of the penthouse.
Wow.
The man steps out of the bathroom and closes the door behind him, and then before you know it, he's leaped across the room and he's right in front of you.
Oh.
I'll explain everything tomorrow, but he punches you in the face, and as your consciousness is starting to fade, you feel a sharp prick in your neck before you're overcome with honestly the best thing you've had. It's like the best drink and the best, I don't know if your guy does drugs, but the best high, the best, just intoxicating. And that's what you pass out to.
Interesting.
And yeah, so if you got to go, you can go.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll be passed out in the penthouse, I'm guessing, and I will be prepared to continue this next week.
Right.
Thank y'all. But y'all have a good rest of y'all's night, and let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see y'all.
Later, Jaden.
See you later.
Anyway, so that all happened, but nobody knows that happened. Yeah, so yeah, it's the countdown, obviously it passed midnight for Wesley while all that was going down. But rewind a little bit, back upstairs. We're a minute away from midnight. What's everybody doing? They're getting ready for the big countdown.
I guess most of my goal after seeing the CEO would have been trying to see where that girl was.
Yeah, so you can't find her. She said she'd be here, but she's not.
Dang.
Actually, I guess make a
Okay.
wits plus no. Is there a perception? Wits plus awareness. So you would click awareness first and then wits.
Where is awareness?
It's one of the skills on the right hand side. One of the mental skills.
Oh, there it is.
Is there a percent?
Sorry, it
Just
was.
making sure.
It's just a drop down. I expected all the A's to be on like the same side.
Yeah,
So you said awareness plus what?
wits.
Wits. No modifiers.
No.
3.
3. All right. You might see her. Her stats aren't okay. Let's see. She also rolled a 3. Okay, well.
If it beats, it meets, or if it meets, it beats.
I'm gonna say you think maybe you spotted her, but then
but I don't know.
When you go over to where you thought you saw her, she's not there.
Gosh dang. She's playing Ring Around the Rosie with this girl. Yeah, I guess I'd probably just go. I imagine that there's probably like one of those sit around the fire things. And I'm still nursing my one drink that was overpriced for this bull crap. And I'm just, sitting there at the fire.
And what's Jerry up to? Jerry, actually the Imogen has found you again. And she hold up, let me check. So she's looking pretty, like she's not looking good. Like maybe she had a little bit too much to drink. And let's see just how believable that is. It's decently believable. So she looks like she's had too much to drink. She's not looking good, and she kind of stumbles your way.
All right. Well, Jerry's going to catch her before she falls and be like, "You okay?"
Oh, thank you. I don't usually drink this much. Anything in that app of yours that might help me out?
No, but I guarantee you, I know just what you need. Come on, let's get away from all these people. Get you some fresh air, and I'll grab a bottle of water. I'll grab you a couple bottles of water.
Okay, so you lead her off to a more
Places unknown.
Sure, places unknown. Yeah, just more an out of the way area off the deck. And yeah, she takes the bottle of water and like kind of sips at it. Not drinking much of it. And she's like, this really doesn't look like it's your scene, is it?
Center of attention's not really where I belong. I feel like I'm just trying to help out as many people as I can.
Yeah, I can understand that. Would you be interested in seeing some of the stuff I'm working on?
Absolutely. I heard a bit of that conversation that you're a doctor and working in the same field as my friend Wesley. So yeah, absolutely. I'd love to.
Yeah, actually, I think I've got something No, I've got a room here, and I know how that sounds. I promise you, it's not that. But I've got a room here. And I've got some of my.
Well, you don't trust me. You're fine. You're fine. You don't need to worry about a thing. But I am going to put this out right now. You don't need to worry. But you're playing for the wrong team for me to be interested. I'm sorry.
Oh, whoa, good. You know, I'm not. That's not really my thing either. No,
Just I'm just putting it out there. That's all.
I've got some of my work downstairs in my room. I'd love to show you, and maybe if anything, you could just kind of walk me back so I don't make a fool of myself on the way out.
Yeah, personally, I'd just like to make sure that wherever you're going, we get you there safely and without you getting behind any wheels. Come on, let's go.
So yeah, you're leading her downstairs to this. In the background, there's the sound of the 10, 9, 8. And Cole, what are you doing?
Oh yeah. Well, just real quick, while that's actually going on, Jerry's very quietly muttering to himself, 5,
Yeah,
4. It's just part of a tradition. I always count down, so does Jerry.
right. Cole, what's Cole up to?
So Cole is probably still sitting at that bar downstairs. He's now made fast friends with the waiter. And is angry that he can't walk away to one of the other not waiter, the bartender. And he's kind of angry that he couldn't make it up to one of the other bars to actually get something alcoholic, but he's made fast friends with this guy, and they are in the process of debating the differences and attractive possibilities of computer AIs, like current understanding of AIs.
Yeah, so he honestly, he just kind of talks to you. He's like, oh yeah, I've been actually so you're the brains behind this app, right?
I mean, I know that's what Jerry said. It was more of a collective thing. I mean, yeah, I did do the majority of the supervising, and
Right.
I did most of the color combinations and had to program all the individual options for the app to actually work. And man, trying to get the VoIP system set up so that you could actually contact some of the professionals on the app was really difficult. But it wasn't just me. There was me and a couple of the guys were on the project. There was Harry. He made the design. There was Kevin. He made sure it worked on Android phones. There was Lisa, who made sure it worked on Apple phones. But yeah, it was a group effort. And of course, if it wasn't for Jeremiah. If it wasn't for Jeremiah, then this whole thing wouldn't be possible. So it's more of a group effort than it was anything.
Oh yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I kind of been trying my hand at making some apps myself. Like, oh, let me check this out, and he pulls out his phone and opens it up, and then it turns off. It's like, what? He hits the power button, and it kind of turns on. The screen flickers, and then it turns off again. And it's like, oh, damn it, my battery must be dead or something. And there's a surprise.
Well, if you've had it in your apron this entire time, you might have got some water on it.
Oh, you're right. There's a surprise, like, well, I don't know if you can have a surprised clink, but again, kind of the same situation. The Hispanic lady, she kind of accidentally slams her glass a little bit when he mentions that there's something wrong with his phone, like another just surprise thing, and then just keeps on doing what she's doing. It's like, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, well, anyway, I was working on this app. It tracks the amount of ink in your pen, and then whenever your pen is getting low, it'll actually alert you. But anyway, yeah, he
that sounds kind of interesting. Here's my card. We might be able to expand.
What was that?
What?
The fuck was
What?
that?
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I couldn't resist that app. Just I couldn't help it. Just lame.
It's like one of those people who gives their like shitty script to a
It's a don't jump to conclusions match.
Yeah, so he definitely, he's very grateful and takes your card.
I tell him, just give me a call and or just send me an email with the details on it. I'll look it over. We might be able to make something work out of it, or might be able to improve on it somewhat. Like maybe not just do a pin, but maybe something to track the ink cartridges of your printers at the home, or possibly something along those lines if ink is really your thing, or if you're looking for tracking. Another fun thing that people are doing nowadays is like geocaching.
Jeremy, don't you see that there are other people who need drinks? This manager walks up and starts, scolding Jeremy because there's other people who've been waiting drinks while he's been talking about his ink app. It's like, I don't want to hear another thing about that ink app again. Who cares how much ink is it? Ink pens cost 20 cents a piece. I don't know if that's true. You can just go buy another ink pen. And he like shoos the guy off and says, I'm sorry, sir. He's just been having he gets so easily distracted. Anyway, you enjoy your drink. And the guy walks off and goes and starts yelling at some waiter who was not getting to a table quick enough.
So as
go ahead.
As the manager walked away, Cole like raises his finger. He's like, "But could I get could I get something alcoholic? I guess not." Okay.
The Hispanic woman looks over at you now and she's like, she says, so you sure seem to know a lot about computers and phones and stuff, right?
I kind of glance over it and look at her drink, and it's clearly something that's alcoholic. I look back at my sweet tea. I take a sip, and I'm kind of slightly frustrated, but I look back over and I'm like, yeah, it's just kind of been, or longest time was a kind of a personal thing, like a pet project that I like to do with try to fix things, put things back together to make a little bit of money here and there. I grew up kind of in a bad area, and there was all sorts of other things I could have done, and this just helped me stay positive and stay centered on learning. So it's just something I grew up doing, and it's just kind of stuck.
Yeah, I know how that is. Growing up back in Reynosa, in Mexico. Yeah, it was a bad area, but I let's just say I worked my way to the top, and honestly, my organization could use someone who's got your talents. I know this is a party, but would you be interested in maybe after the big countdown, swinging by my office before you head home tonight, and maybe we could I might have an opportunity for you to, as you put it, make some money.
Well, I mean, do I have is there a name to the CEO of this company that I work for?
Wesley Isaac. Oh, are you working for his company?
No. I work for a different company. Like Wesley does the science side. I do the tech side of a different company.
Is there a name of the CEO?
I'm gonna say his name was no. That would be confusing. We'll say his name was Alex. That'll work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex.
Yeah, his name's Alex. Huh?
Alex Parker.
I didn't even. I was just thinking of names. I thought about my neighbor across the street.
Yeah.
I mean, both the first name Alex and the last name Parker are kind of common. It's possible.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Sure, that works. Alex Parker. Okay. Anyways, so me and Alex grew up together. The CEO of the company. I wouldn't feel right going away from him right now, especially with the launch of this new app. He's been like a brother to me for most of my life, and
this wouldn't pull you away from the company you're at. Just think of it as freelance work.
Well, I'm under contract with the company. I can't do any sort of freelance work. Anything that takes away from my time that could possibly put towards other things that our company is currently developing. It's a very strict contract. It doesn't make much money.
She gets up and moves over. Moves. She was like a couple stools down, and she moves over to the stool next to you and like looks you in the eye, and she says, "After the countdown, you'll come to my office." And she gives an address. And I look forward to speaking with you more. You forget that.
Do I need to roll something here?
Nope. Humans don't
Okay.
against this. You don't even. You kind of like blink and she's gone. But in your subconscious, after the countdown, you'll go to the address she gave you.
I do that.
Yeah. So the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blah blah. Meanwhile, back in with what's his face, Jerry and Imogen, you take her to her room and she kind of she's keeping up the drunk appearance, but she's doing a little bit better. And she's like, yeah, just give me 1 second. You go and follow her inside, and it's like, just have a seat. Let me go get my bag. I'll show you what I've been working on.
Yeah, sure. Real fast, because do you mind if I use your bathroom?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much. And I go to relieve myself. I've had several glasses of sparkling water.
Max, the countdown is happening. You've been unable to find the girl from earlier. So you unfortunately are spending the last 10 seconds of New Year's.
Yeah, I take this as like a fat failure, and I'm walking towards the elevator.
Surrounded by people, but alone.
Yeah, like I take this as like it gets down to like 20 seconds, and I'm like headed towards the elevator.
Yeah. You make it to the elevator. And
Right.
where are you going?
I imagine I would be going back to the parking garage.
Okay. Uh so Frank, when the countdown completes, and everyone, cheers and the fireworks go off and stuff, you get up and you catch the next ride down, because someone apparently left the party right before the countdown was even done. And so you're on the next elevator down. You know where you're going, but you don't quite remember why. You're just going. You're just kind of it's kind of like, when you're driving home and
You just blank out.
and then all of a sudden you're in your driveway and you're like, how did I get here? Well, all of a sudden you are standing outside an office, and you've just finished knocking on the door to the office. The Hispanic woman is standing in front of you, and she's like, come in, let's discuss. Let's discuss.
You must have been pretty persuasive. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you. I guess you. I mean, I'm glad you made it here. You did have a lot to drink. You that's wrong, but
that I drank tea all night. It
mm,
wasn't even very sweet tea. It was almost unsweet tea, but I didn't want to say anything. It was, yeah. But you promised there was going to be some possible alcohol. So is that still a thing, or? I feel like that was a thing.
yeah, there'll be plenty to drink.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Nice.
So
I like that.
So these apps that you work on, is it just telephones, or are you good with other things as well?
So it's most things are to deal with technology. I mean, I've back in the day, I fixed consoles and worked on vehicles. I've worked on technology. I've done a few different odds and ends. I've done plumbing. I've done electrical work. But my main point of uh, my main pin the main thing that I've focused on has been technology up to this point. Yeah.
Speaking of technology, a light, the light in the room flickers, and when when it comes back, we're in the room with Bill and Imogen. Bill, I mean, you went to the bathroom. Are you done in there?
Yeah, it was quick. I went in, did my business, washed my hands. Yes.
All right.
I washed, and then drying them off, and I'm making my way out.
Okay. As you walk out of the bathroom, back towards the living room area, make a awareness plus wits roll.
Ooh, awareness plus wits. Okay, let's add that to there, like so, like that, and just gonna keep that like that.
Wow.
I'm rolling better, but like better on average than I feel like I've ever rolled.
Okay. So you hear Imogen come up behind you. What do? Like you just hear her behind you.
Just I hear her behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just like, Imogen, and I just kind of turn while I'm saying that. I'm kind of turning my head, like, what's going on?
When you turn, she quickly puts her hands behind her back. With that critical hit, you think you saw maybe it was a pin, maybe it was a syringe. Oh, nothing. I was just gonna show you the stuff I'm working on.
Oh, okay. He's gonna turn to where he's facing her. Like, you know what? It's been a long night. You've had a couple of drinks, and I've got others. I still have to go and say goodbye to a couple of people. Up there. I'm just happy you made it back safe. And he's gonna start motioning towards the door.
Okay. Do you turn towards the door?
I'm gonna be like backing up towards the door more or less while I'm kind of saying that I need to go.
She let's see here. So she drops all pretense of being drunk and tries to get around you to block the door. She maybe a little more spry than she was a moment before. She's gonna, let's see how quickly she gets in front of you. She gets one success. She's trying to dart around you. Give me, you can do dexterity plus probably athletics to move quicker than her if you want to try.
All right. Let's roll that through. Dix. Oh,
2 successes.
I'm assuming I did just like one better than her. So honestly, while that's happening, I'm just gonna be like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, it's that awkward where you meet each other in the hallway and you both of you are like at the same time.
Yeah, it's basically it's like,
Look,
let's see,
I really need to show you this. Just
okay. I'm just gonna put this out there as a little weird. I don't know what's going on, but something is, and I'm not 100% sure how comfortable I am with it. So I personally think, for right now, at least until tomorrow or at some point, where we can have an official meeting, we can discuss this further. I would love to hear it, but I think I should go.
she lunges at you. with the syringe. So it'd be Dex plus athletics to dodge.
Hope she's got a second plan because I'm rolling pretty damn good tonight.
Dice gods are in your favor.
Okay, so you get away from her.
God, the gods do not want me to be a vampire. Apparently.
Apparently. All right, let's switch over to not Hayden, Maxwell.
Max.
Heading down. He's in the parking garage. Yeah, nobody, no one really clicks with any of these people in a way that other than violence, to be honest, except Hayden's person. Yeah, so you head down to the parking garage, and I forget, did you come in a car? Yeah, you did. I guess it would be valet. The valet's probably gone by now, though, because this is the after party. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, so I find my keys wherever my keys are.
Find your keys, and start heading to your car. And as you're approaching your car, that's when you see the girl from the party leaning up against your car. She says, "Hey."
You go, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How was the party?
I'm doing good, and I'm gonna act like that's not my car. And so I'm gonna start facing kind of towards a different car, and I'm gonna say, I didn't see you up there. What happened?
Oh, I was around. It's just, some of my friends kind of distracted me.
And I go, well, yeah, that's actually, yeah, I noticed how you can be everywhere but nowhere all at once.
Oh, yeah, I'm
It's like,
always on the move.
yeah, yeah. So, how was your night? And I'm slowly playing with my keys. I'm like, this is weird.
Oh, pretty good. So you on your way out?
Yeah, I remember that I had to run a quick errand before I, forgot about it. So
There's as you were talking to her, there was another person heading to their car, and they've gotten into their car and have driven away. Maybe you see the flash of the headlights as they turn the
Mhm.
street, and as the headlights flash, the next thing you know, she's standing right in front of you. And she's standing right in front of you. And you know what? There's a knife at your throat.
Holy shigaki.
That was fucking fast.
Now, listen here. Listen here, you pitiful piece of trash. I'm only doing this because I was ordered to. And then she just she
So I would like to mention that I do carry because this is Texas.
yeah.
And when she was all of a sudden up in my face, I would have gone for my gun. And it's one of those quick pulls where I'm already aiming up into her stomach, and I will pull the trigger.
Okay, so you pull the trigger. So roll dexterity plus firearms. She probably can't dodge this. Let me just double check if she can.
Crit 3.
That's a good roll. But let me see if she can dodge it at this level.
So, out of curiosity, does that mean that you critted on 3 dice?
Mm-hmm.
So let me see what he rolled here. Okay, so
I think what he said earlier was 6 is a crit.
No, a 10 is so 2 10s together are a crit.
Okay.
Yeah, it just does the green thing because it's roll 20, but 2 I can.
Oh, okay. I get that. Okay.
Where's your sheet?
So it's a 8, 10, 8, 3.
Yeah, so you got 3 successes. Anything 6 and above is a success. 2 10s together count as 2 successes plus another 2 successes, so 4 total.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then can also have extra results as a crit. So I'm just checking these different powers real quick.
Oh, she rolled better than me.
4 successes. All right. So impossibly, you pull the trigger and suddenly she's behind you, moving faster than you can see. She's behind you. The knife is to your throat, and you do feel something pierce your throat. It doesn't feel like a knife. At first, it hurts, but then it starts to feel good, really good. But then you start to feel worried because yes, this feels good, but it's not stopping. And before you know it, your vision is going black, and you fall into probably the most peaceful and nice, going to sleeps you've ever done. But at the same time, there's like that hint of, oh shit, what just happened? So yeah, she rapidly drains you of your blood, and you pass out into her arms. Luckily, she's strong enough to drag you to your car and drive off. Of course, you don't know that. So
Yeah.
you're done. Bill, okay, Frank. Actually, we need to do yours because Bill's escaping at the moment. So the lights flicker, and she looks irritated at this. The room seems a little bit darker as well. Anyway, like I was saying, we could really use someone of your talents at my organization. I definitely could make it worth your while. Would you be interested?
Well, I do enjoy money.
Well, money's definitely something we can get you access to pretty much anything you need.
What kind of issues or problems am I going to be trying to solve or face in this new role that you have?
So that unfortunately that is top secret. We would need to get you to sign a oh my god, what are those things called where you can't
NDA.
an NDA first. It's starting to get dark in this room, but the light bulb's not flickering.
So
I could guarantee you a starting salary of at least 100,000 a year.
Pretty nice.
Let's see, 100,000 to carry the 2.
That's twice as much as you would probably ever make what you're doing currently right now.
I kind of figured myself making somewhere around like 40,000. So I was hoping for something closer to like 3 times as much to try to switch. I mean, I am gonna be fucking over one of my best friends from like way back. So could we shoot for 120,000 a year?
She's
Is that
if you can come through for if you can come through for us, then yeah, definitely. And she slides you
then
the India the like an employment
the
contract.
NDA?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so I pull out some like small little reading glasses. I put them on. I grab the paper, and I just start reading it line by line. It's like, oh, this is for the employment of one coal stone by respective employer, whatever their company, yada yada. This is a joint NDA as well as employment contract. Da, 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 okay, and sign right there. Okay. Do I see anything weird when I'm reading the contract? I was hoping you would step in before I had to keep going line by line.
More or less, looks like a basic employment contract, and says that anything that you learn or do for the company is under the NDA.
Okay. Just so I'm clear, anything that I do outside of company time is my own.
Yes, you're
So say if I develop apps or anything outside, am I solely to work for you, or can I do freelance work in other situations as well?
you're welcome to do freelance work. Yes.
Okay. Overall, it seemed like a pretty decent deal. I will have to give my previous employer a 2-week notice. And if nothing else, I'd like to leave behind somebody that I know can do the work to make sure Jerry's app does well. That being said, do y'all by chance have a app division of y'all's company?
Have you signed the papers yet?
I'm not done signing papers. I'm in the process of it.
Yeah, you're like halfway through your signature or something. Not at
Right.
not at the moment, but you could certainly head that up.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like a pretty decent deal. I know the company we're working for now, even though my buddy's the CEO, it's not really working out, and I wouldn't mind bringing that over just so I know Jerry's taken care of. But yeah, so and I finished signing my signature on it, and I flipped a couple pages just to make sure I haven't missed anything.
The room goes black. You feel something wrap around your legs, your arm, and your chest, pinning you to the chair. Go ahead and give me a strength plus athletics.
How do you do a strength plus athletics?
Well, it'd be athletics.
Like, do you click strength and then athletics, or just
first. Athletics first?
Okay. And then attribute strength?
Yes.
Okay. With no modifier?
No modifier, no.
All right.
Yeah. So the room goes black, and something wraps around your arms, your legs, and your chest, pinning you to the chair. You attempt to struggle, but an possibly strong force, it doesn't budge at all. It's not squeezing you or anything like that to try to harm you. It's simply holding you completely immobile. You hear across the room the woman move, but you're unable to see as this is true darkness. It's not just, it's like when you go down to the bottom of a cave and they turn out the lights. And you feel her move behind you and says, "Welcome to the company." And then you feel something pierce your neck, and it feels really, and eventually you fall asleep. Well, you die, but your heart slows, and you're already unconscious before it takes its last beat. Then the screen is black, the scene is black, and it fades back into the scene of Imogen and Jerry. And Imogen she's not a combat character, but she wasn't trying to do real combat. You just caught her. She so what are you doing, Bill?
I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like, okay, no, I need to get out of here. No.
All right. So you're able to get out the door. She does chase after you.
All right. As I'm walking, I'm the friendly guy thing is dropping. Like, listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't trust this situation at all. Don't worry about meeting me. Just send me what you've got, and we don't need to have any further meetings. You have a great night.
I'm sorry. Look, this isn't how I normally do things. But I don't have a choice. And she jumps at you again.
Jesus. What is you? This was a athletics.
Depends on what you're doing. Are you continuing to dodge, or are you going to fight back? She's trying to grab you, and she's trying to stab you with a needle.
I'm not. I don't. Oh, see, I'm not trying to fight back, but I am trying to maintain some. Any wrestling fans out there will get this. I am trying to maintain some risk control and disarm the situation and get myself the fuck out of it. Kind of like non-violent. I'm trying to non-violently disarm the situation, or I guess disarm her. She is the situation. What do I need to roll for that?
To disarm her, it'd be brawl plus dexterity.
All right, so you don't disarm her, and the two of you continue your struggle for a while. At first, it seems like you're stronger than her, but as you continue the fight, all of a sudden she seems to get stronger, and you feel like you're on even grounds with her. But you were starting to push her off, but then she seems to have found some sort of inner strength, and somehow she starts pushing back against you. She's really trying to get that needle into you, and maybe at this point you're getting nervous and you start to actually fight back. You get a knee into her, it knocks the breath out of her, but it doesn't seem to stop her. She doesn't even bother to breathe back in. She keeps fighting, and eventually she overcomes you and gets the needle in your skin, and then she lets go. You stumble back, maybe you even try to run away a little more, but quickly you find yourself getting sluggish, and eventually you are overcome and you fall into unconsciousness.
All right. Well, at this point, the polite thing is out the window. I'm like, you fucking bitch.
I really am. The last thing you hear is, "I really am sorry, but I had no choice." And then you fall asleep. She drags you into her room, and as you're sleeping, she does well, she does drain your blood, whether it's in the room or somewhere else.
And yeah, I think that's where we'll call it a night.
That was fun. I like that.
So anyway,
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
I don't think signing a contract gives her the right to restrain and then eat meat.
I mean,
Did you read the fine print? Was there fine
Yeah,
print?
did you?
That's why I said I read it line by line and went through everything, and then Ron was like, "It looks like a random."
what you did was you agreed to work for her, and you didn't get any extra information because she.
Oh, bitch!
Well, I had to sign the NDA before.
Invisible ink.
Yeah, if I had to sign an NDA prior to getting any information from it, I was thinking a government contract or something, not gonna get chewed on.
Well, we are playing a vampire game, so
I realize that out of character, but in character.
I mean, if you think
I'm not metagaming here.
If you think about it, whether it's a government contract or working with vampires, they're still going to suck the life out of you.
So that was I don't know if I'm going to stick with this name right now, but Houston After Dark with the what's the name of our show? Integrated
Dice Management.
Integrated Dice Management. I don't know.
So it should be something like, well, that's been Houston After Dark with Integrated Dice Management. Our main DM man over there, Ron, Fancy Pants Hayden. We had
Jaden, who left her.
Bill and Jaden. Yeah, I always have a hard time with names, but like something like that,
Yeah.
Like a delivery. You need it like with Gusto.
We'll come up with.
Yeah, I think I got you.
We can come up with a proper.
Yeah, let's get. Let's.
yeah,
Bill,
we can think about this
and stuff together.
Well, everyone.
Bill, you want to try it?
It was a great night, great game. This is Integrated Dice Management. We've had a great time performing for y'all. Over in our corner, we had to say goodbye to Jaden early, but we've got Frank. We've got Hayden.
Heyo.
And we've got the main man, the voice of God himself, Ron.
And that's it for tonight. Watch the shadows because you never know who's going to try to eat you.